According to believers, at the heart of this message was a warning that humanity has angered God with its sinful ways, and the punishment will be war and annihilation. The three children were convinced that if they returned to the meadow on the 13th of each month, Mary promised to reveal how mankind might be redeemed. The children agreed to return to receive her instructions. According to Lucia, Mary said this current war will end. But another war, one far more heinous, will come if her warning against atheism is not heeded. How might the prophecy of this next great war be connected to the even deadlier third secret?
The war is going to end very soon, but if people do not cease offending God, a worse war will break out during the pontificate of Pius XI.
To some, the convergence of this secret with actual world events is very real. World War I did end the year after Mary's appearance in Fatima. Also at that time in 1917, a Pope Pius XI did not exist. Only time would tell if this prediction would come true.
The papacy of Pius XI began in 1922 and extended into the year 1939. During this time, Hitler came to power, and Japan invaded China. These were the sparks that ignited World War II, just as the Virgin Mary had predicted.
But there was more intrigue behind the prophecy. Lucia recalled that Mary's dark divination warned of a mysterious omen that would signal the beginning of a next great war.
When you see a night illumined by an unknown light, know that this is the great sign given you by God, that he is about to punish the world for its crimes.
January 25th, 1938. 2 months after Adolf Hitler held a secret conference to reveal his war plans to his closest advisors. An ominous series of light patterns illuminated the night sky over the whole of Europe. Was this the foreboding sign described in the second secret? The second secret culminated with yet another warning. This one about the political and economic phenomenon that was sweeping the world during this time: communism, and its perpetrator, Russia. According to Lucia, Mary had said,
I shall come to ask for the consecration of Russia to my Immaculate Heart. If my requests are heeded, Russia will be converted, and there will be peace. If not, she will spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars. Various nations will be annihilated.
The title of this conference is The Miraculous Life and Prophecies of Sister Elena Aiello. It's the story of a religious who lived in Italy. She was born in 1865 and she died in 1961. She was a stigmatist. She was a visionary. She was a founder of a charitable institute for orphan girls, as well as other works, as we're going to see. She suffered the bloody sufferings of our Lord's Passion every Friday in Lent from 1923 until her death in 1961. And toward the end of her life, she also had in her room a manifestation of the bleeding face of Christ. And her prophecies, which I'll be reading to you, are some of the most dramatic that I'm sure that you've ever heard. So we're going to talk about the life of Sister Aiello, her sufferings and her prophecies, all of which have the full approval of the Catholic Church. And we're going to also see that her prophecies are very much a reaffirmation of what Our Lady spoke of at Fatima, but you'll notice there's even a greater urgency. Here's two examples. I'll start right off with the type of prophecies these are. On August 22nd, 1960, the Feast of the Immaculate Heart, Our Lady said to Sister Aiello, The hour of justice of God, the hour of the justice of God is close and will be terrible. Tremendous scourges are impending over the world, and various nations are struck by epidemics, famines, great earthquakes, terrible hurricanes, with overflowing rivers and seas, which bring death and ruin. If the people do not recognize in these scourges of nature the warning of divine mercy, and do not return to God with a truly Christian living, another terrible war will come from the east to the west. Russia, with her secret armies, will battle America and will overrun Europe. The Rhine River will be overflowing with corpses and blood. Italy also will be harassed by a great revolution. The Pope will suffer greatly. Spread devotion to my Immaculate Heart in order that many souls may be conquered by my love, and that many sinners may return to my maternal heart. Do not fear, for I will accompany with my maternal protection my faithful ones, and all those who accept my urgent warnings, especially by the recitation of the Rosary. All those who do this will be saved. This one is from the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, December 8th, 1956. This is Our Lady speaking. People are offending God too much. Were I to show you all the sins that are committed on a single day, you would surely die of grief. These are grave times. The world is thoroughly upset because it is now in a worse condition than at the time of the deluge. No longer do men speak according to the true spirit of the gospel. The immorality of the time has reached a peak, but men do not listen to my motherly warnings, so the world must soon be purified. Russia will march upon all the nations of Europe, particularly Italy, and will raise her flag over the dome of St. Peter's. Italy will be severely tried by a great revolution, and Rome will be purified in blood for its many sins, especially those of impurity. The flock is about to be dispersed, and the Pope must suffer greatly. The only valid means for placating divine justice is to pray and to do penance, returning to God with sincere sorrow for the faults committed, and then the chastisement of divine justice will be mitigated by mercy. Humanity will never find peace if it does not return to my Immaculate Heart as the Mother of Mercy and Mediatrix of men, and to the heart of my Son, Jesus.
Now, you just mentioned Gorbachev, and the book Windswept House spoke a lot about Russia. Mm-hmm. Does Russia still play an important role in the message of Fatima, even though the Iron Curtain has come down?
It does. It does. And now, as regards the message of Fatima, it still stands. It still stands. The errors of Russia are now abroad, and they are abroad. Russia will be converted finally by my Immaculate Heart, she said. It will be, she said it. But a bit late, but not too late, she said. So Russia is within the plan. Why? That would take me too far afield into papal secrets. Why Russia and Kiev are involved in the final solution of this problem. But they are. They're part and parcel, and it's really God's choice. It's purely and simply God's choice, like he chose the Jews to bring his Son into the world through them. He makes choices. He has his own favorite solutions for things. I wouldn't have chosen the Russians, or Kiev, or the East for salvation, but salvation is to come from the East for us all.
And here, Sister Elena was given her famous vision. This is the one that she's most well known for. Good Friday, 1961, she was given a vision. Quote, "Oh, what a horrible vision I see. A great revolution is going on in Rome. They are entering the Vatican. The Pope is all alone. He is praying. They are holding the Pope. They take him by force. They knock him to the floor. They are tying him. Oh God, they are kicking him. What a horrible scene. How dreadful. Our Blessed Mother is drawing near. Like corpses, those evil men fall down to the floor. Our Lady helps the Pope to his feet, and taking him by the arm, she covers him with her mantle, saying, 'Fear not.' Flagstaffs flying the red flag over St. Peter's Dome and elsewhere collapse, and power is gone out of the clubs of those evil brutes." This is, I think, a vision of the swiftness of Our Lady's eventual triumph. These atheists are ever shouting, "We don't want God to rule over us. We want Satan to be our master." Our Blessed Mother speaks again. "My daughter, Rome will not be saved because the Italian rulers have forsaken the divine light, and because only a few people really love the church. But the day is not far off when all the wicked shall perish under the tremendous blows of divine justice."